The gold medal winning gymnast Gabby Douglas is quoted as saying, "We can choose a path that leads us into trouble. It comes down to our decisions at the end of the day." While serving my full-time mission in Southern California, some missionaries from my zone decided that we wanted to go visit this place called Devil's Punch Bowl. I know it sounds like a perfect place for missionaries, right? Well, it's this beautiful state park area that has these big rock formations, canyons, rivers. It's a very beautiful place to go visit. And so a big group of us, made our way over there, and as we were walking along the path, it was actually a pretty easy path that was meant for families and elderly people, and just very easy, simple, not a lot of hills, not a lot of climbing or anything like that. And we decided that we wanted something a little more difficult, and so we found our way down to the bed of the river, and we followed that for a while, and progressively it just got harder and harder to kind of keep moving forward. And about half of us decided that, it's probably best that we turn back while we can and find our way back to the trail. And so about half of us made our way back to the trail, and we got back to the parking lot while the other group moved forward. Well, we sat and waited at the parking lot for about an hour. And when the other group finally arrived, two of the elders were carrying a sister missionary. Apparently what had happened is the other missionaries were traversing around this big rock. They're, trying to find new things that going on in the park. And her knee buckled and she tore her ACL. And so it was this pretty scary situation where they had to carry her out of the park, and it was just through rivers and, it was pretty hard to get up some of these rocks, and I can't imagine how hard it would be to carry her down some of these rocks. And so something I learned from this whole situation, this whole experience, was the importance that, a single decision can make in our lives, and how sticking to the path when, that decision comes up can, be the difference between us being in trouble or being in safety. And so, I know a lot of times we think that, it's good to get off the trail and explore and do new things, but we also need to keep in mind that a lot of times the paths in our lives, whether it be in work or in our personal lives, that those paths were set there for a reason, and that the people that came before us, figured out what the right way to do things were, and they gave us those paths to help us, be safe, to do things the right way, to do things the easy way, and that it's not always the best thing to get off the path and try things out differently. And so it really just comes down to that quote that I shared earlier from Gabby Douglas, where she says, we can choose the path that leads us into trouble. It comes down to our decisions at the end of the day. Thank you.